Okay, took a lot for me to get this video started today, but I am here. I am here. I'm playing catch up today. This is the Love and Marriage Huntsville season 8, episode 11. Yes, 11. This is an episode 11 video. I will be recording a episode 12 directly after this one. So be sure to check that one out as well. That's the most current one. I'm playing catch up this week. So be sure, like I said, to catch that one out. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and let's get into the episode. So the episode begins with Nell refusing, saying she don't need therapy, you know, and kind of not with the idea of her going to therapy or whatever. But the kids is explaining, maybe she should do it by herself. And my thoughts as looking at this scene is they better hope Neil don't go to therapy and get to the bottom of why she can't have these boundaries with her kid, because it's all up after that. When somebody get fixed and somebody start unlearning what they have always known, or start unlearning these traits that they have always had, maybe toxic, maybe not having boundaries, or just the wrong way of doing things. When they start, them wheels start turning in their mind and they start readjusting their life, it's no coming back. So it's no trying to push over mama or doing things to get over mama and getting mama to buy us stuff and take care of certain things and get us out of certain jams, because she gonna stand on what she stayed in, because she's gonna have actual boundaries up. So that's what my notes was like, watch out y'all, because y'all don't know, y'all mama gonna actually go to therapy and she gonna actually start, it's not gonna be play, she gonna actually start getting some boundaries with y'all. So I mean, I can understand, Miss Neil, maybe something is wrong why you can't have these boundaries with your kids. Like I said, maybe you do need this for you and your kids. And of course, I said the kids better watch out, because she'll be unlearning things. But this ultimately will make her a better person, and that she's the leader of the household. So it trickles down. When you're a better person, your kids be a better person, your husband be a better person, it'll all cause a good solution in the end. So I agree with Miss Nell trying out therapy. We need to know therapy is very vital in the Black community, as we're going to touch on a little bit later in this episode review. But I think it's a dope thing to do, and I love it. I love it. So Dr. Francis is coming, and yeah, so that's that much. So now we get into the next scene, and this is where Marceau is meeting with a guy named Marquez that comes out to be, and I hope I'm saying his name right, but Marquez comes out to be Latricia's ex-husband. Of course, Marquez is fine. Of course, Marquez, like he just walked out of a 90s video. Of course, he's fine. I wouldn't expect nothing less. Now, what I am questioning is where this Mister came from. That Stormy, remember earlier in this season, Stormy called Marquez Mister. So she did paint this picture for us. Like when we think of Mister, we think of the old man, older guy that tried to use the younger, or just controlling. Like that's what I thought of. Let me know what y'all thought of, but that's what I thought of when I heard Mister, like this old guy. Like you would have never thought Mister would have been him. So if y'all agree with me, comment and let me know what y'all thoughts of. I just want to know how that correlated. Like what did Stormy see, or what has Stormy known to get to that point to call this man Mister? Like why was that her persona of him, or perception of him? So that's something that I was questioning. And then Marceau just making it seem like this is all new to him. Like he was making it seem like, oh yeah, like Ken told me something and Latricia said something, but I didn't know them two was together and I didn't know it ended up being that. And yes, you did, Marcel. Yes, you did. Like I just hate how they be trying to. They deserve an Oscar between him and Martell. How they be trying to act like they didn't know something. Like we knew, you know. Like stop. I understand you want to make the story align, but at the same time, we're not dumb. Like you knew this man, you knew the situation. Huntsville is only so big, y'all know. So like, don't play us and on the camera making it seem like we don't know that you already knew. This man worked for you. Like you clearly know this man. As we see the conversation, you clearly know this man on a personal level. We clearly see this. So for you to know that they didn't correlate with Latricia and Latricia didn't correlate with Ken, and they was just at y'all was just all in the same club. So you didn't see nothing prior, and that's just on TV. Like, so you haven't heard nothing in these Huntsville streets. That's a lie. That's a lie. But like I said, they gotta make the story align with each other. So I get that point of it. I get that aspect of it. So I was wondering what like question rose up as they having a conversation. Like, so did him and King get into a fight? Like, did they fight because they was referring to some type of incident that happened during homecoming? Did they get into an argument? Like, is they gonna touch more on that? Or if y'all picked up on that, please let me know in the comments. But I was just like, what was that about? What was it about? And Monaco, he said that he knows Marquez from Monaco, the movie theater. So is this like a movie theater you built, you manage, you own? Like, it's just so much gray area into these conversations that we having on these shows. This Carlos King production. I think that's something Carlos King did better with this, like transitions in these stories to make it all linked together. I seen someone say on Twitter how it's just like it's all seem like separate stories between cast members. It don't all sync like it used to. It just seems all separate. Like if you get what I'm saying. But I'm just like, it's Monaco, the movie theater, and what was Marcel's role at Monaco? Because this is our second time here in Monaco. They said they used to have parties upstairs or whatever. So what was Monaco? What was Monaco? If y'all know any, I just be want to make the puzzle pieces match here clearly. So if y'all know anything about that, let me know. But I was just so confused. I'm like, so Monaco was some movie theater? Okay, I'm trying to keep up. Like, what are we saying? Was he an associate? Because he don't look like he was just an associate anywhere. Like he looked like, and I'm sure him and Trish had to have some substantial amount of income. Like, so where is this Monaco coming up? Like, so what do you do for a living? I just want to know. Like I was just confused. But I was throughout the conversation, I was glad that Marcel was saying some real shit when it came to his advice to Marquez and how he was just saying you left your family. Like you should say thank you to Ken because he's clearly, we all know Ken paying some bills over there. He's stepping up to the plate what you're missing clearly. And of course you have this vendetta about it or some type of way about it. Like when the daughter comes to the school and you and your daughter at eyes and you have this man and he's just seeming like the angel in the whole situation. We get it, but you left. You left, and what's not connecting to the story? Did you move to Atlanta after Ken moved in? Like, did Ken moved in? You don't know about it. You stay in the same city. You still doing for your kids, but do you move to Atlanta after Kim moved in? Did you come back and then that's when y'all had the altercation during homecoming? Like it just doesn't make sense. Like the story is like it's cracks in the story. So I have questions. If y'all heard something that I didn't hear, please clarify for me in the comments. But I just didn't understand it. Like it was just cracks in the story. Like so you moved to Atlanta after Kim moved in. And later on in the episode, you say that Latricia, you didn't have time, so you didn't really have the opportunity to work on it. So what? it was clearly time in the midst of this separation. Something is not adding up about this separation, if you ask me. But this is just my opinion, guys. It's just my opinion. I said I wish Marcel had the same energy that he has with Marquez with Martell. But it just goes to show that Marceau knows right from wrong. He knows what and what not to say. He don't have the same energy for Marcel because Marcel knows shit about him. And every time I see him stand up, and I feel like he gave a little bit to Moses. Like anytime I see that Marcel know right from wrong when it comes to being a man, like it just makes me like it's just no way you agree with the shit that Marcel be doing for this long. Like it's no way that you're accepting of that. It's no way you don't give Martell his ass on a platter. It's because Martell knows something. And I'm starting to really agree to that. Like I've heard that for so long, but I'm starting to really agree to that because you gave Marquez his ass. I was like, that's right, Marcel. That's right. I said that like 10 times. I was watching the damn episode. Because he was saying some real shit to this man. So for you to be logically like there with it when it comes to being a man in a household and leading your family and being there for your family and being a leader in your household, like you caused for that. You caused for this. It's nobody's fault but yours. Like you caused this. So whatever. I just was saying like it was just funny how he don't have the same energy with Martell. But like I said, I kept reiterating in my notes that Marcel was saying some real shit. And I believe he hit it on the head when he said Marquez maybe the melody in this situation. I truly believe that. I believe that Marquez may be the melody in this situation and Latricia may be Martell. Cause she gives me Martell vibes all day. This whole back and forth, this whole line that's about to come out, like it's all Martell. It's all Martell. So yeah, I said something about not understanding that he went to Atlanta and moved back. So we get to Miss Nell, and Miss Nell is meeting up with Melody at this point. I thought Miss Nell looked cute with her Chanel bag. I said, okay, Miss Nell in Alabama with her little pink Chanel bag. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So she walking in, she meet up with Melody. I said Melody hair looks so good. Now I can't vividly remember because it's been a while. It's been like a week since I seen this episode. Now I think it was blonde. I can't vividly remember. If y'all remember, give it now in the comments to let me know. But I can't vividly remember how her hair is. It's just in these notes. I say it looks so good. So kudos. I think Melody is the best one that be coming with the confessionals looks. Stormy is right up under. Destiny been trying. Oh, Letitia. I can't deny Tisha. I can't deny Tisha. Tisha and Melody neck and neck. But yes, Melody, her hair was really cute, really cute, really cute. Look good. I love Melody and her blonde. I said Miss Nell is a beautiful lady. She had no makeup on, so you could just see her naturally. So I said she's just a beautiful lady. For her to be an older lady, somebody mama, grandma, I just think Miss Nell is a beautiful lady. So they go to talk about, how Miss Nell is telling Melody how the kids like switcherooted on her and feel like, she needs to go to therapy or whatever. And Melody is like letting her know like how prominent it is in the black community and how she thinks it's a good idea. Now I understand that they didn't plan this episode around Kiki's death, but I feel like at this time with this episode coming out and we're talking about mental health and therapy, this all coincides what needs to be said to the people and the viewers that watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, I believe, because I believe everyone needs to be aware. I believe everyone needs to be aware about how therapy works and what it can do and how it can help and how mental health stability is real and we need that in this world, especially in the black community. So I agree, with everything Melody was saying, and I think she's right on her views of what she was saying in the scene. And more than ever, I think this scene was needed. in this Love and Marriage Huntsville season, especially like I said after Kiki passing. We don't really know. Nobody really knows. I can't pinpoint what actually happened with Kiki, but as we know, something happened, and all whatever happened, mental health is still important, and that's that. So we get to Nell and the family. So Nell and the family, she invited the family over. She decided that she gonna cook dinner because in the beginning of this episode, she told Chris, "Asked, well, you're not gonna tell me, or you're not gonna tell me I'm gonna cook dinner, okay? You're not gonna tell me I'm gonna cook no dinner, okay?" But she ends up cooking dinner or whatever. And they get ready to see Dr. Francis. Dr. Francis looked good. Oh, Melody told her in the last scene, tell Dr. Francis I said, hey, girl. So, because, Dr. Francis he tried to help Melody or Martell. So I thought it was funny to see the flashbacks on that. So, yes, like I said, and I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but they do have a beautiful house. Neil and Chris, they do have a beautiful house. So the family is getting ready to see Dr. Francis. Miss Neil, baby, is stuck in her ways, baby. She is stuck in her ways, but this ended up being a really good scene. I actually even cried, y'all. I was crying, and we'll get into later a little bit why I was crying. But Dr. Francis ended up coming. It's like Dr. Francis can ask the simplest questions, but it can really touch, or like it could be like, there you go. There you go. I think one of the key moments is when he said something about Miss Nell being, uh, damn, how did I not write that down? And that's why I hate, that's why I hate, this StreamYard because I can't cut it up when I make a pause. But we're going to keep it going. He said something about, like Miss Nell, and I'm gonna rephrase it so how I can remember it. Like she yells and screams because in a way she's inside a delicate person, and she's tried to on the outside be this person to protect her inside of being a delicate person. That's not exactly what he said, of course, but I don't want to spend too much time. I would spend 5 minutes trying to sit here and think about exactly what he exactly said because I didn't write it down, but I thought there was a key moment in that. Chris can get a word in, baby. Chris, even on them confessionals when he was just saying we should start doing this, Nell was like, Nell, I've been told you this. This is the perfect time. But she tried to check herself and try to bring it back down. You can tell, but she gave Chris, baby. She give a Chris. You can tell she give Chris a run for his money, baby. You can tell she give Chris a run for his money, baby. So, yeah, and I just think this was a really good scene. I think this was just a really needed scene as well. Um, when they first came to it, the son was just like, let's put it on the floor. I thought it was so funny. I thought it was so funny. But yeah, Miss Nell barely let them kids speak, and it really showed that Miss Nell was the one that really needed this therapy, like for real. But Miss Nell said that they want their dad to give them peace, and most of the time it's like that. Most of the time, it is like that. It's like that. It's like that. The dads can be so smooth, so cool, calm, and collected, and I'm sure it's gonna be me and my husband. I'm sure it's gonna be the one that's gonna give it to their ass, and he gonna be the one that's cool, calm, and collected. It's a balance. I feel like every family needs that. Like you can't have two parents that is both firecrackers. You just can't. It's just not gonna work. You need a parent that's a firecracker, and you need a parent that's mellow. And it most of the time it ends up being the father. But I just think it gives a balance to kids and children and coming up into adulthood and just all of that good stuff. So yeah. Yeah. I started crying like a baby on a scene where Dr. Francis told her to walk up and say something that she loves about each child. And I just started boohoo crying, y'all. I don't know why, but I just started boohooing crying, y'all. She was just saying how I think Miss Nell made. I think she should have. I think it would have been way better if Miss Nell actually gave them a reason as to why she liked them. But she was just like, "I appreciate you" or something. I forgot exactly what she said, but she wasn't saying exactly like what she liked about them. She was just like, I love you and I'm gonna be there for you. And like, no, tell them what you appreciate about them. I wish you would have did that. But it was still an emotional scene. It was still a really good scene. It was just very needed. I love these healthy scenes throughout the season, and I feel like we need more of that healthiness, positivity. Because, child, this can be a lot at times. This show can start to get dark, especially after this Kiki passing and all this YouTube back and forth. This shit can get dark and messy as hell. So we need scenes like that just to lighten the blow. That's just how I feel. So at the end of all the crying, Miss Neil ended up saying, y'all got y'all own shit. Y'all need to deal with bigger than mine. I believe her. Like, these kids, they trying to make it seem like I'm the one with all the problems. They got problems. And then, but Miss Neil, we gotta realize that it start with you. It start with you and Mr. Chris. So yeah, they might got problems. They need to put it on the table. Put it on the floor. Like her son said, let's put it on the floor. Cause we ain't finna put Miss Nell up here like she just the one with all the issues, baby. Y'all got her going crazy because y'all got the issues and y'all make these horrible ass decisions. Yeah, let's put that on the floor. Miss Nell was like, let's put that on the floor. Yeah, let's put that on the floor. So, but Lance, her oldest son, the light skin one, he seems like a really good dude. Like he seemed like he was just trying his hardest not to cry. When Miss Nell was talking to him, but he just seemed I don't all the kids. They have a very beautiful family. Between the two youngest, the youngest son and the youngest daughter, baby, they look like spitting image of Miss Nell. Like all the kids look like her, but baby, that younger son, and I wonder is that oldest son Chris' son? I think it is, but that youngest son and that youngest daughter, oh baby, they look just like Miss Nell. They got Miss Nell whole face. They look just like their mama, but they do got a beautiful family. If y'all know if that oldest son is Chris' son too, I think it is Chris' son, but just to clarify, cause he's a little light skinned, so we gotta see. Y'all let me know in the comments. But yeah, Lance, he seemed like a good dude. He said, I hope we can see more of their family dynamic more to come. Cause that was like fulfilling watching that. So now we get on this bullshit. And it's gonna be real quick, y'all, because I didn't really take much notes on them. But Marquez and Latricia meet and talk. So they sit down and they meet and talk or whatever. Cool, 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 cool. Whoop, 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 whoop. That wasn't talking about really much. Like she was just telling him she needed a divorce. He was telling her like how he felt hurt about like how him and the daughter relationship is. She really said she can't really control that, which she can't like control what her how her daughter feel. Her daughter feel like, and it's jumping off of a little bit what Marcel was saying in the beginning when he was talking to him. Like your daughter seen that you taught your daughter to be this observant, bright, knowledgeable, smart little girl. So when she see her parents going through something and she's seeing that her dad is lacking in some way, why is it hard to believe that the daughter is making these judgments on her own? Why do you believe that Trish is setting the daughter up to say certain things? Like, I hate when men do that. Like, these kids are not dumb. Y'all raise y'all kids to be smart individuals, and when they be smart individuals, you make it seem like, no, it's the mama that's making them be a puppet. Like, they're not dumb. They're smart. Kids are smart and they see what's going on. That little girl know who her daddy is. That little girl probably see who's been an active father. Kids got short term memory, baby. Not literally, but it's just like you have to be active in their life or they'll forget your ass. They'll forget your ass. So they meet up and talk. I'm just trying to see what really stood out to me when they talked. It really wasn't much, y'all. It really wasn't much. Like I just feel like they both. I feel like they full of shit. I feel like Marcel hit it on the head with Latricia and him. Um, being like Martell and Melody, and she might be Martell. I just don't trust her. I don't trust nothing she say. It's just even when he was telling her the text message that Ken sent him, she was like, "Oh well, that was out of anger." Girl, like you're annoying. I don't like you. I don't like her. But y'all, I ain't have too much for them. They had too much of him. I thought it was funny when he said he was gonna end up going to the courthouse, get the paper. She was like, "Okay." I was pissed and I was about to take it there. Girl, you always talking about you about to take it there. Take it where? Sit your lame ass down. But she was like, she about to take it there or whatever. And then she was like, but she just remembered she just want him to get it done. And she said, oh yeah, Kim pay for it. That's your problem now. You feel like this Kim to pay for stuff. That's the problem now. That's the problem now. That's your problem now. You feel like Ken is a do boy and he's just gonna pay for something. I don't like that. I don't like that because Ken too nice. Ken too nice. I be wondering how Ken feel after he be seeing these episodes. But we about to come back with another episode of season 12, and then like, subscribe, and comment, and go watch season 12, or not season 12, episode 12. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll be back. Peace.